Do you have a perfect life? A perfect car? A perfect job? What about the perfect body? Are you completely confident in everything about your life and about yourself? If your answer was no to any one of these things, then you're much like the rest of us. We don't have our ideal job, the perfect house, our dream car, or a rockin' bod. We want more than the current situation has to offer us. We might want a degree to be able to move around and be happier at work. We may want to be able to afford a better house, or have kids one day. Maybe we want to save enough money to go on vacation, learn a new language, play guitar, shed some pounds, or quit smoking. Perhaps we just want to curb some bad habits, like wasting electricity, showing up late for work, or driving too fast. All of these things that are different from our current situation are goals. Most of us have them, but we might not know exactly how to go about reaching them. The best way of successfully reaching a goal is by the use of goal setting and goal striving theory. Before we get into that, let's look at a few key concepts. Think about your current situation. Now, think about something you want to accomplish or wish to have. Got it? Whatever you want, we call this the ideal state. The distance from your current state to the ideal state is called discrepancy. There are two forms of discrepancy: discrepancy creation and discrepancy reduction. Discrepancy creation is like you just did, imagining the ideal. This prompts the action of defining the goal. When you think about how to reach the goal and then start taking action to achieve it, this is called discrepancy reduction. It is the reduction of the distance between the current state and the ideal state, also known as the process of goal striving. The general term for the current state failing to match the ideal state is called incongruity. So long as incongruity exists, the goal has yet to be attained, and the goal striving process must continue. To test for incongruity, we use the TOTE model. That's T-O-T-E. This stands for test, operate, test, exit. By this, the model suggests that we are to test it for incongruity, typically with some means of feedback. If incongruity exists, we operate or move forward toward our goal. Afterward, we would test for incongruity again. If our current state still does not match our ideal state, we would repeat this process until incongruity no longer exists, meaning that we have reached our goal and can now exit. E at the end of TOTE stands for exit. Now that we understand a few fundamental concepts about goal setting, let's take a look at the process. We will use Fat Stick Sawyer, who wants to look like his friends. First, we start by stating the goal. Sawyer's goal is to lose 50 pounds. Then we clarify exactly what needs to be done in order for Sawyer to reach his goal. He must lose weight by dieting and exercising. The difficulty of attaining a goal should be considered. This might be pretty difficult for Sawyer to accomplish depending on his commitment and dedication. Understanding a level of difficulty will help us to develop a time frame. After all, some goals are harder for one person than they may be for another. Sawyer, the fat stick person, likely cannot run a marathon after just 2 months of training. For his goal of 50 pounds, he agrees that 9 months is reasonable enough. After completing these steps, the goal-setting process is now complete, and it's time for the goal-striving portion. First, Sawyer must fully commit to the process. Once he is on board, it's time to brainstorm goal attainment strategies. After much discussion of diet and exercise, he has selected a strict low-carb diet, accompanied by 1 hour of exercise per day, 6 days a week at his local gym. 30 minutes of this will be cardio of some kind. These last pieces of when and where are important steps, as it helps in giving structure to the goal-striving plan. With strong guidelines, Sawyer is less likely to succumb to temptation. If he does stray from the course, the set guidelines make it easier for him to find his way back. After completing these steps, Sawyer has a lot better chance of meeting his goal than if he did not take the time to do so. The process of goal setting and carefully outlining a goal-striving plan are very useful for any goal. In a correlational study conducted by Benjamin M. Wilkowski and Elizabeth Louise Ferguson from the University of Wyoming in January of 2016, the short-term effects of a long-term goal setting and striving were recorded. In the study, 58 undergraduate psychology students, 34 female and 24 male, participated for partial course credit with a median age of 19.7 years old. They were each asked to write a brief description of 4 long-term goals which they would like to achieve. Most common categories were health, social, and job-oriented goals. It was their duty to record progress toward their goal twice a day on 7 different days within a 14-day span. Entries were closely monitored for being alike, exposing false recordings, which were eliminated from the sample. In total, there was an 87% participation rate. Other constructs to be aware of were based upon the current mood of the participant at the time of journal entry and the level of overall commitment. Also, level of difficulty of goal attainment was sorted into 3 levels. They tested for effect size, lowercase b, among a number of levels of analysis. Effect size classification was based upon David Cohen's scale. A correlation of 0.02 was small, 0.13 was considered medium, and 0.26 and above was large or having a strong correlation. The experimenters used the first 6 days of journal entries to predict the results for the 7th day. Their findings were that testing predicted greater operating with effect size equaling 0.7. They also found that planning would uniquely predict greater testing with an effect size equaling 0.53. They found that operating would directly predict greater process toward goal attainment, effect size 0.67. And finally, that planning would uniquely predict greater planning, effect size equals 0.64. This correlational experiment shows that goal setting and goal striving techniques are versatile and can be used in a number of situations. A personal trainer can use this method to help clients attain physical and health-related goals. A teacher can use this to help students with their study habits, to help them get good grades. A manager can use this method to help employees set advancement goals. Are you thinking of setting a goal to lose weight but have trouble sticking to your plan? There's an app for that. MyFitnessPal is designed to help you set goals, monitor your daily progress, and help you record feedback all on your smartphone. MyFitnessPal lets you enter your ideal weight and gives you a healthy time frame to get there. It's based off of tracking exercise and calorie intake. Don't know how many calories are in something you ate? That's okay. MyFitnessPal lets you search for foods and record your calories. Ditch your notebook and download MyFitnessPal today. Visit your local app store.